Hi everybody, it's Lori Bradley. It is day 9 of our Stampin' Up 31 projects in 31 days. It is, we're trucking along. We're trucking along. If you were watching earlier today, when I did my Lunch with Lori class, we did 3 projects that were with specialty paper. We used the snowfall, I don't remember the name, snowfall embossed paper with the snowflakes. We used the Peaceful Garden Glimmer paper, which is blue, gray, and a light green. And we also used silver foil, and we used, what was our other one? It's been a long day. I've done a lot of projects today. We used the Harvest, the metallic, oh my goodness, neutral metallic, the brown metallic. Toile. Sweet. Whew, I am struggling tonight. All right, so I did those projects earlier, and I promised that we would use the velvet. So we are using the all-season velvet, which is red, green, and white. I made my sample in red, and then I'm making my actual card in the green tonight. One of the things that I will say about the glimmer paper and the, the glimmer paper and the velvet, both of those for sure. The one thing I will say is that the color is not exactly like our, the blues that are in the Peaceful Garden paper. They're not exactly the same. So you have to just be okay with that, that it coordinates and it is not a perfect match. So when I show you my card that I made earlier today, yesterday, I used a cherry cobbler card base, and it's not quite the same. It coordinates well enough. And tonight's card, I'm going to use shaded spruce. And also, again, I tried garden green. It is definitely not the same. So the shaded spruce was the best choice, I thought. So most of you will remember that I used the paper of the Traditions of Christmas Designer Series paper on, someday this week. Oh my goodness. Just bear with me tonight. And it was not my favorite one. So I decided that I was going to add another card. I was going to do another card with that paper because I was bound and determined that I was going to like it. So I'm going to show you the sample card that I made. I might do a couple of things differently with the card, but it's already done. So that's just what it is. But my card tonight, I will show you, and let's get going. Okay. So also, if you were watching earlier, I told you that I was getting rid of my plates because I used the plates for my embossing machine forever. They're still sitting here on my table, but they are going in the trash later. Okay, I promise. All right, so if you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. And if you remember this card, you'll be like, oh yeah, I know what she was talking about. So here we go. This one has the branching out. And so this was actually the inspiration for my card tonight. It's a little bit different, but very similar. I used gold foil, cherry cobbler, and then I used that Designer Series paper. So my sample, this was my sample of the things that I made, because I cannot just craft on the fly or you would be for sure laughing at me. But I am using the Words of Christmas, and I don't have that here. Let me grab that really quick. Words for the Season. Sorry, I'm telling lies. This was Christmas. Words for the Season stamp set. And it is die cuts. They're die cuts. Goodness gracious, I'm having a moment. Words for the Season. Here we go. Oh, the branching out dies were with that. Goodness. I paired the wrong thing on my table. All right, so it is multi-occasion. There's Halloween, autumn, Christmas, New Year. You probably can't see all of those. There's happy, there's merry, there's wishes. So you can mix and match, and you can die cut words. I will advise using adhesive sheet on the back of those just so you can get those to stick a little better. And then the words are very nice. They are they coordinate with the dyes. So, all right, so that's what I'm using tonight. And the velvet paper. Ooh, look at you guys. I've got a Florida, a Tennessee, a Wisconsin. Welcome to everyone tonight. Thanks for watching. All right, so here's my paper, my velvet paper. Can you see this? It's so pretty, so pretty. And I said when I first saw it, I'm gonna show you all 3 colors because you know, here we are. My son got home a little late from school and we just finished dinner, and my husband and my son are off tomorrow and Monday, and oh my goodness, everybody's here. All right, so the red velvet, there's the red, and then the green. The green is what I'm using tonight, and then the white. That white would be beautiful for the snowflake dyes that I used earlier today. But I said, I'm pretty sure this red velvet, I had a Christmas dress when I was probably 8 years old that was made of red velvet, that looks just like that. All right, so now I've got the red velvet paper. I made the panel, and I have a little bit of rim of gold, and then I added a branching out die cut of the Traditions of Christmas Designer Series paper. Die cut another gold piece out of the middle of my panel, and then I attached it all. Now, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm usually pretty straightforward and tell it like it is, and I'm just gonna tell you this little dot on the eye. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's all I'm going to say. So you've been warned. That's what we're going to go with. You have been warned. So anyway, I think that my gold bow could have been a little bigger, but I don't have a bigger gold ribbon. And so if I had known that it wouldn't have been quite that big, I probably would have moved my Merry Christmas up just a little bit. So, and my letters, you probably can't see that fully, but the letters are also die cut with the velvet. Okay. So here's the inspiration for it, and then there's the card that I made today. So let's make one. I have everything die cut just because it's easier that way, but I have to tell you, well, I'll tell you when I get to that point. I've got shaded spruce, and it's just an 8.5 by 5.5, ready to go. And then this one is 4 yeah, that one's 4. And then I cut my velvet down just a little bit. So I have my 4" by 5¼ red, oh my goodness, gold. You'd think I was on drugs or something. Okay, so we're gonna glue our velvet sheet, and I die cut from the middle, and there were some extra little pieces just from where I die cut it. I put adhesive sheet on the back, and so I cut that out because it was kind of up and like chaff kind of thing, but you can see like it makes a little bit of a mark like where the adhesive sheet was. Just be careful if you have something underneath it to know that you can fluff it up a little bit. Anyway, I twice lost the dot of the eye, and I was heartbroken. So I had to scoot it up and redo the dot again. And in case you're wondering, the word for that little dot above the eye is the tittle, Tittle. We are here to learn tonight, so I'm going to give you a little vocabulary lesson. So I lost my tittle today, and so then I found 2. So apparently I didn't lose them earlier yesterday. I just misplaced it. So, all right, let's put our green velvet onto our gold panel, because that's going to be going on our card base. And I will say the velvet is not super thick, so it cut very nicely on with my embossing machine, so you shouldn't have any trouble with that at all. All right, the one I was going to make this one just like the other card with the extra paper, but we don't have a pretty shaded spruce with gold trim designer series paper right now, so I'm just going to go with the gold and the green, but we're going to use the shaded spruce ribbon, and it's bigger, so I think that will help. Okay, so you can see here, let me open this up. It's not quite the same, but I think in the regular light, it's okay. It's okay. It's just a different shade, and we've got something between it so that there's a little bit of a separation. So I think that's okay, but shaded spruce was definitely better than garden green. All right, so I'm gonna lay my words on here. And like I said, I have the adhesive sheet on the back. So I'll just have to peel that off. But I want to lay them on there so I kind of know where I'm going first. You know what? I thought about maybe I should go a little bit angled. What do you think? Should I go straight? Like this one is straight. Should I go straight? Or should I angle it a little bit? And when I was showing the ribbon to someone yesterday, I think, I tied a bow. So my bow's gonna go right here, if that helps your decision. It's already tied. You don't even have to watch me tie a bow. Isn't that fun? All right, so what do you think? Straight like the red, or a little bit diagonal with the shaded spruce? What do you think? Pam or Monica, you always have opinions. What do you think? Help me out here. Oh, ladies. I'm having to think for myself. This is terrible. This is terrible. So maybe, since I already have a straight one, maybe I'll do an angle. Thank you, Monica. You're thinking like I am. I figured if I've already got a straight one, I will do one at a little bit of an angle. So now, the M and the C are separate. Also, just a little tip that I was a little bit surprised about. I'm gonna go ahead and punch out these the things on the inside of the letters. I did notice that if you wanted to, you could use the reverse side of the Merry and the Christmas. However, you would have to place that E, the little loop, and the Y, and I was like, oh, that is way too much of a hassle for my little brain. So I'm gonna use my Take Your Pick tool and peel it off, because getting a hold of it was a little bit tricky. And maybe that's not the right end to start with. Sometimes if you bend your piece a little bit, I should have practiced this a little more, huh? Oh, goodness. All right, so while you're watching me struggle with the adhesive sheet, there we go. There we go. I was going to say, today's day 9. If you've been following along, do you have a favorite project that I've done so far? Like, is one of the projects I've done one of your favorites? Is there a bundle or a suite that you would like to see? I am open to suggestions. So if there's something you'd like to see, please speak up, because I want you to watch what you want to see. Although at the same time, I want to show you something that I don't think you'll like, and then you'll turn out to love it, like me in the Traditions of Christmas Designer Series paper. So if there's something that you'd like to see, please let me know. Let me know. I will make some, oh, Monica, you were too sweet. Thank you. There hasn't been one yet that I've been like, oh, I don't really like this one. Although this one right here is about to send me over the top. So this might be my least favorite so far. All right, so I have to straighten out my letters here. I want them to go at the same angle as my Merry. And then my S and my T look like they're a little bit too close together. All right, and then our M, Festive Friends. Okay, that's the one with the little snowman and the coloring in, isn't it? Those are very cute, actually. I have some swap cards here. When I'm done, I can show you a couple if you want. I just have to grab the bag. Oh my goodness. So the moral of this story is this could be a 5-minute video if I could get a hold of the adhesive sheet. It's normally not this hard, but I think it's because the white background, I can't fully see. Oh, I think I'm trying to peel the backing off of the velvet. And it always makes it worse when I know people are watching me, right? All right, well, goodness. We could use glue too, but I certainly don't want to put glue, liquid glue all over the back of this because then it would be even more of a mess. All right, breathe. I'm about to get stressed. All right. So funny story. A lady at church decided to tell me a joke the other day. She told me two, and I'm not sure why she decided to tell me a joke. It was, you know, a cheesy little joke. So I told her one. She texted me out of the blue today to tell me a joke. She sent me a joke, and I knew the answer to that one. And I was in the laundry room, and I couldn't get to my phone fast enough. I saw it on my watch. All right, let's set this M down before I get very fussy with it. This one's already partially peeled, so look at that. I will be so quick with this one. I just have to poke out that little thing of the C. Oh my goodness. Really, this one was not that difficult. I'm just making it look much more difficult than it is. I'm not sure what happened to my C. All right. Are you all laughing at me? I hope that you were laughing and not rolling your eyes like, what in the world? Because these letters are really pretty. They're just, this one is causing me a little bit of grief. All right, there we go. Whew. Except we still got that little piece right there. I'm gonna choke a 17-year-old boy if he doesn't stop singing in the kitchen. All right, here we go. Hope that was worth it. All right, there's my C. Now we have to go back to the M because, you know, I didn't finish it the first time. It's a good thing that my camera is actually facing down and you can't see my face because I'm getting frustrated. Here we go. Whew, I was gonna say, I know this was not this hard before. All right. Oh, that's like freedom right there. Okay. Now the best part, where you're really gonna think I'm terrible. I found my two little dots of my eyes right here on my paper. Now he's getting ice. My husband has been warned with his life not to get ice while I'm on my videos, and now my guy here is not cooperating with that plan. He's supposed to be writing his English paper. Oh. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. I did lunch with Lori today. I'm tempted to just use a little green marker and make a... I forgot how I did this. So today I did lunch with Lori. That is my usually Wednesday, but today was Thursday. Sometimes Wednesdays are a little crazy. And then tomorrow, every Friday, but it's only on YouTube, so you'll have to watch my YouTube channel, but I do a fun fold every Friday. So be sure to check that out. I don't remember the name of the fun fold I'm doing tomorrow. I have to make the sample. There we go. Whew, look at that. That is so tiny, and I've made this look so hard, so nobody's gonna want this one. There we go. I got my thing on my paper. Oh my word. All right, so we're gonna dimensional this puppy right up. We're gonna put it on dimensionals. Actually, Pam, it was Caden that was getting ice. Matt is sworn to silence and he knows better, but usually Caden is not here when I'm doing my videos, and so he hasn't gotten the lecture yet, but he will get it as soon as I get off of here. So hopefully he's not even out of bed in the morning. He's off Friday and Monday, so hopefully he's not even around when I do my video tomorrow. All right, so this one won't have the outer edge, but I'm gonna let that velvet be the star of the show here. And I'm gonna put, well, luckily I already tied the ribbon, so you don't have to watch me do that. And so the ribbon I'm just gonna put there. It's kind of a thicker, wider ribbon. This ribbon is really pretty. It's the shaded spruce with the gold edge, and it's 7/8 of an inch. So it's almost a whole inch wide, And it's very easy to tie a bow with, but it's just a little bit more bulky than some of the other ribbons. So I know. So maybe if you ask him personally, he will come on and do a live with me. Maybe I'll ask him, I'll beg him to do that with me. We'll see how that works out. And imagine that my glue dots are empty. So maybe I will just go with one. I'm gonna hope for the best. I can always add another one later so you can actually see what the card looks like. We'll fluff out our bow tails here. And now you can see this beautiful velvet ribbon or velvet paper and how it coordinates nicely with everything else that we've used. So there we go with those two. Let me grab the festive cards real quick. I think I know where they are. Or not. So, Monica, I moved my bag of swaps, so I will have to show those tomorrow, but I will show you at some point my festive friends swap cards that I have. So anyway, thank you all so much for joining my chaotic show tonight. Oh my goodness. So the moral of this is know that it's going to take you a couple minutes to get those done, but the velvet is so worth it when you use it. So thank you, and I will see you tomorrow. Let's see, tomorrow is 10 a.m. Central Time because we will be gone tomorrow evening. So 10 a.m. Central Time on Friday for card number 10. And then Saturday will also be 10 a.m. So Saturday, Sunday, 10 a.m. And no, Friday, Saturday is 10 a.m. Sunday will be 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So have a great weekend, and I will see you all back here tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching.